So, welcome back to our YouTube channel because I believe that you are getting some inspiration in what is happening here. From the previous video, you must have seen that we never had the face. So within the time that I stopped the first video and now we've been able to get the face identified. Okay, so now while I'm doing some detailing of this face, I have to tell you one thing. Carving is a little bit like a philosophy in itself because you should know when not to, not to take too much out. You should know when to take a little out and not too much. You can see, despite the fact that the wood is a hard one, I'm trying to use my hands to hammer it down a little bit and not just do much because I'm at the point of losing this nose or the lower lip. But it's okay. I have to work hard not to lose it. So, yeah, it's philosophical as well. So you have to know when to apply the right energy. Actually, at this point, what you use in getting this place done is using a kind of a rasp, you know. That's what you use in getting such a thing done without having to destroy it. Okay. Yes, most of our professors, lecturers, as they used to call them, some of them, we are not of the opinion that what you learn in 6 years in school should be given out overnight to your girlfriend. So, but as the case may be, that's the problem of formal education. There are certain rules in formal education that you are not supposed to follow. Instead, the knowledge will not be applied or be used where it is really needed. So if I should go by some of my lecturers' attitude towards learning, not giving everything out, I wouldn't be showing you all this. But that's part of the whole thing. As time goes on, you should choose to be the positive aspect of your society. So we have to use a cone rasp so that you can get to a certain level. So this face, I want to make it look a little bit innocent, not aggressive. So I will gradually rasp down some of the overlapping features and study the whole thing just to make sure that I don't lose the lower lip. Okay? Have to be careful. It's just that I want to show you this so you may know I'm struggling with the position. If not, I would have just laid it down, but I want to show you what I'm doing. That's the reason why. Because it's very important. There's another philosophical aspect of carving. It's very important for you to find a comfortable position, a fixed position to do your duty, to do what you want to do. So you should ask yourself, I don't talk politics in my channel, but because philosophy has to do with human being, I will ask you to ask yourself as a leader, as a person that creates policy in your community, ask yourself if you've taken the rightful position, if you fixed the necessary infrastructure in order to function, because that's what Calvin is telling you. You cannot function if this job is only always moving. So all the energy put on a particular place, doesn't the impact doesn't come around. Okay, doesn't get you to the result. So that's another philosophical aspect of Calvin. That's what Calvin is telling you. So if I were not to be showing you this, I would choose to fix it down, to lay it down, and then make sure that I have it fixed at a position. I have it, steady for my applications of the energy. So I have it fixed, steadified for the application of the energy needed to produce good results. So ask yourself, as a leader, as a functionary, where you are, if you're doing the right thing, if you're fixing the situation, if you're making the situation, are you in a workable situation, and what conditions have you created to achieve good results? Because that's what it means to fix this job, so that it gives you the opportunity to do what you should do. You see, that's the philosophical aspect of the whole thing. So, but we go ahead and also talk about bringing, because you heard me say in the other videos, take what is good from your place to another place, introduce yourself well, and you will be rewarded. You have to ask yourself, what are you taking there? And then for the people that always ask, what is he bringing to the table? You see, when somebody asks me, what are you bringing to the table, most of the time I think, I don't speak it out, because maybe you're going to lose the opportunity of telling the person the truth when it all starts, when the job is being done. That person that asks you, what are you bringing to the table? Because a lot of people think that bringing things to the table is just bringing material, What am I going to gain from him if I subscribe him? What am I going to gain from him if I gave him the chance to be my team? I'm asking you that is asking somebody, what are you bringing to the table? I have to ask you, are you matured enough? Are you matured enough to receive the answer that I'm going to give you? As a matter of fact, are you matured enough to ask the question? Because if you're not matured enough, if I should tell you that, using the quotation you have somewhere, talents and scent I have none, but I will tell you, stand up, you are not crippled anymore. So would it be enough for you to know that I'm bringing something that will save your community, will save your situation, will better your situation, without having to, to make it look like, to make it be money, without having it be money, When I told you that I'm bringing something better than money, or something that will make money in your community, would you understand it? So asking somebody, what is he bringing to the table? Is it, ask yourself, what is that you want brought to the table? Is it only going to be material, or is it going to be something that will be sustainable? Something that will produce not just materialism, but produce ideas that will be sustainable to the whole community. This is what you just have to ask yourself, because most of the time we rush to conclusion that everything is about materialism. You know, I know of a place where, the so-called leaders or politicians kept on bringing only the corrupt ones to the table. And this time around, they're all afraid of each other because they are so corrupt that they cannot trust each other. Nothing is happening. The system is katamos, is kaput of German, if you should call it in German. Because they never did any venting of themselves towards what are we bringing to the table. They were not even matured to understand what people could bring to the table. And that's always the problem about asking people, what are you bringing? So whenever somebody asks me, what are you bringing to the table? I always, kind of think within me, is this guy matured enough to ask that question? Is he also matured enough to be able to understand what my answer could be? Most of the time, not. You see? And I've been misunderstood most of the time. And before I usually get myself worried, I say, why is it that I've not made myself clear? Why is it that this person is still, talking the way he or she is talking to me? I happen to come to realize that actually it's not a question of, asking a question. It's a question of being matured enough to ask the question and also to take the answer that comes. So being misunderstood is not just being misunderstood. It's just the ability of the person that has misunderstood you to relate. Being misunderstood is not just being misunderstood. It's just the inability of the person. The question lies on the inability of the person that has misunderstood you to actually understand. So that's the thing. So let's not lose track. It's all about I'm using carving to tell you guys what life is all about. You should know how much you take out when you're carving. You should be able to place it in a position that it will be comfortable for you to achieve something. So you see, the face is coming out gradually. The reason why the face is coming out gradually is because I'm not doing too much at the same time. And I'm not using a destructive material at this stage. Some will say, why wouldn't you just use machine to do it? My dear, I'm not using machine to do it. At the beginning, I nearly lost this beautiful backside because of the machine. I told you the 44 is a strong machine. It could make you lose certain things. But I know that you people like it when I turn it around. But it's okay. That's the essence of being here. So I'm going to detail this soon so that we don't lose the effect of this. We don't lose the effect. I'm going to detail it with a V-gauge, Yeah. Yes. I've just told you about our professor who says, I just wonder why you should learn for 6 years and overnight. If you're just spending some time with your girlfriend, you just tell her, or your boyfriend, you just tell him all that you've learned in 6 years. Yes. Practice makes perfect. Even if I tell you now, even if I told you now how it is done, you should be able to learn by practicing. It's not just knowing that, yes, I'm using rasp, I'm using this. It's being able also to practice what you've learned. So I tell the professor, yes, I'm going to tell my friend that I am how it is done. It all depends on him or her, you know, to practice in order to be a master of the craft. So that's the philosophy of carving. How much do you take out? So I continue talking about this, you know, how much do you take out? You know, when do you use a stronger machine? Are you even supposed to do that? Because it doesn't really help if you have to work so all the time. So remember, I told you I would have laid it down. Okay? I would have laid it down. So I'm trying now to separate, you know, the nose from the mouth without having to destroy, because I lost some number of wood down here. So I have to be really meticulous right now about my working on the mouth area, so that I still have to have, you know, something to show, because I know most people, the only way to identify an artist is that artist that does what? That can make human beings. It's okay. So that's the reason why when I'm working on my semi-abstraction, I try my best to bring in features of human features, because actually my team is human features that will allow somebody who is stuck in calling an artist only when he or she can draw a human being or sculpt a human being. I bring in these features, okay? So that he say, we don't know what he's doing. What is that he's doing? You know? But remember, if I should be doing this somewhere in the Emirates, I'm not going to do this. You know? Creating of such images are not, you know, advised, you know, with my brothers down in the Emirates. So I have to make everything symbolic, and there's not going to be any face and stuff like that. You see? So, yeah, let me move around so that you don't think that I'm doing just that. So we have this also here, also, yeah, and we also have this one that is yet to be finished as well. Okay, so once again, when somebody asks you what are you bringing to the table, you should be ready. Not just to give the person materialism. You know, show that you are human. Bring humanity to the table. Now you understand why I'm going with that word. With that question, what are you bringing to the table? You know, last night I saw a live of somebody who is complaining about people coming over to the channel, trying to rush her out, so that the life is getting too long, you know, want to go back, you know, because that person, he or she wants to also do a live. My dear, why are you disturbing this person? That's negativity brought to the table. That's it. Negativity brought to the table in that case. Okay? So, my dear, know what you're bringing to the table so that you will be able to defeat such skepticism of people who think that the only thing that could be brought to the table is materialism. So know what you're bringing to the table so that you could be able to defeat those people that thinks that what could be only brought to the table is what? Is materialism. So, you know, I have problem of rhyming. Every time I rhyme like crazy. That's it. If you're talking with an artist, if you're talking with a creative head, you're ready to be hearing things. And that's why most of you comes around. Some will come and they will skip. They will take some concept and go and do it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I like that, you know. You know, the credit will always be with the person that originated it. And this is a God-given craft, you know. So I'm not talking about the art. I'm talking about the idea of using words, you know. So bis jetzt habe ich noch nicht deutsche Sprache gesprochen. Es tut mir leid, meine Deutschsprachigen. Es ist so, dass wir manchmal sind wir verloren in Gedanken und dann laufen wir dann weiter so. Genau. So, ich habe schon erklärt, viele Leute fragen, was bringst du auf den Tisch? Was bringst du? Und viele denken so, wenn man etwas auf den Tisch bringen sollte, dass diese Person soll materialistische Sachen auf den Tisch bringen. Ja, es ist nicht schlecht, aber gute Ideen, die nicht unbedingt auf materialistische Sachen basiert, sind auch gut. Das heißt, man muss nicht nur was materialistisch auf den Tisch bringen, man soll auch ab und zu gute Ideen reinbringen, was denn wieder nachhaltig ist. So, wenn jemand fragt, was bringst du auf den Tisch, was bringst du, was ist wie nützlich kannst du für mich sein? Dann denke ich mir manchmal, hat diese Person überhaupt Ahnung, was gute Idee ist? Oder will diese Person nur materialistische Sachen im Leben? So, ich frage mich manchmal, sind Sie vernünftig genug? Sind Sie weise genug, um diese Frage zu stellen? Oder weise genug, um die Antwort, die zu dieser Frage gehört, zu verdauen, zu verstehen? Das ist das Thema die ganze Zeit. Also, man bringt nicht nur was materialistisch auf den Tisch, Leute. Man konnte auch gute Ideen auf den Tisch bringen. Das ist, was ich die ganze Zeit darüber spreche. Man konnte auch gute Ideen auf den Tisch bringen. So, wenn jemand fragt, was bringst du auf den Tisch? Sei nicht so schnell auf die Idee kommen, dass was er meint, ist nur materialistische Sachen. Bringst du ihm auch gute Ideen. Und wenn er weise genug ist, das zu verstehen, er konnte dann diese Ideen gut verwenden, dass man dann nachher viel Freude hat über, was du auf den Tisch gebracht hast. Jeder von euch wird dann daraus was verdienen. Verdienen ist nicht das richtige Wort, aber ich nutze das einfach so. Also, vorhin, als ich die andere Video, wo ich nur Englisch gesprochen habe, war das Gesicht noch nicht da. Wie ich schon oft gesagt habe, Kunstwerk herstellen hat symbolische, philosophische Thematik. Hier muss ich aufpassen. Ich habe teilweise ein bisschen was hier verloren, aber ich muss dann aufpassen. Normalerweise dieses Gesicht hatte lang sein soll, aber ich wollte einfach, dass dieser Bereich ein bisschen deutlicher wird. Deswegen bei Schnitzen mit der Motorsäge habe ich dann hier ein bisschen was verloren, aber das richtig gerade. Das richtig. Okay? Damit dass Sie keine Michelin-Kin bekommen. Okay. So, meine Damen und Herren, immer wieder vorbeischauen bei IFAIC Okolo, Tetrap Okolo oder Spin Nigeria, Spain Nigeria. So that you can, damit dass ihr auch mal, genau, immer wieder was Schönes erlebe bei mir. Es gibt immer was Schönes zu sehen, ja? Wie ihr das schon weiß. ob das in die Schule, bringt man Ifeanyi was Schönes, ob das in die Gemeinde, bringt Ifeanyi immer wieder was Schönes. So, bitte nicht vergessen, dieses Video ein Like zu geben, gefällt mir es zu machen und dann auch Notifikation, das heißt, wenn ich ein neues Video habe, solltet ihr einfach Bescheid wissen. Okay? Genau. So that's it. So you see the face is coming out gradually. The face is coming out gradually. You have to really be careful, you know, so that I don't lose. So I've been able to put on the kin. The lip is a little bit, yeah, but you see, that's another thing. There are certain features you will see when you're doing such a work. What you do is you maintain it. Why am I maintaining this lower lip the way it is? Because actually, you know, it gives some impression that the lip is moving, okay? So that's the reason why I'm maintaining it. So the nose is still gonna come down, but that's what I'm gonna show you in the next video. So when I start, you know, rounding up a little bit. So keep watching, subscribe, like, and show up from time to time. I'm sending greetings to all those that have subscribed. I'm sending greetings to those that are yet to subscribe. I love you all. It's all about when I tell you, you wouldn't believe. But I have to show you. When I show you, you will know. So, bye for now. Bye for now. And expect some changes by the next video. Thank you very much.